Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate the support. Mary Jo's going to start the practice today.
Yeah, and I'll start with a short meditation practice. I'll focus on an RS Yoga Nidra practice. And our focus today will also be on respiratory health. And our poses will focus on lengthening the exhale, which is bringing just more breath awareness, breathing through your nose, exhaling through your nose if you can. Again, that's good for nitric oxide, production nitric oxide, which is very bacterial, antiviral, as well as just slowing down your breath to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, just your rest and digest response of your body.
I'll be making some modifications, so if any of the movements feel strenuous in the body, we want to move with a facilitated training range of about 70% of effort. It's 100% focused on 70% of effort. So we stay in this facilitated training range so that we avoid injury, that we become aware of our bodies, and we're kind to our bodies. So I'll be making some modifications, the seated practice for meditation, or you can do it standing. Really want to take this meditative quality into all parts of our life, every movement of our life, whether we're gardening, working on the car, painting, sculpting, even brushing our teeth, see if we can bring in this awareness of where we are and what we're doing.
Yeah, so in this lineage, you don't really have to just stay seated, as John mentioned. Feel free to keep your eyes open or closed. Feel free to walk, stand, or stay seated. Okay, again, thank you for joining. The foundation of the IRS Yoga Nidra practice is on meeting and welcoming moments as they come. With your eyes open or closed, see if you can come into your body. Can you set an intention to be awake to the moment of ease as it comes to the foreground as part of this practice? We're going to start as you listen to the sound of the singing bowl. Can you rest here and listen to the vibration of the sounds? The sounds arising in all directions, in front of you, behind you, to your right side, or your left, above or below you. Let's simply listen to the sounds. No agenda. How does it feel in your body? What sensations arise for you right now? Can you feel your body as you're supported by the earth beneath you? Can you feel the touch of air on your skin? Is it hot or warm or perhaps cold? If your eyes are closed, can you sense light or shadows? If your eyes are open, can you see color? As your senses open, is there any residue of taste in your mouth? Can you smell? Is it pleasant or not pleasant? Can your senses open to the environment just as it is? Can you feel your body breathing itself? The pulse of your heart beating. Can you feel the wonder of life living through you? Not thinking, just being. Being with life rather than managing life. As we awaken to this moment of ease, and as we transition to a movement practice with the sound of the singing bowl. All right. Just notice how you feel. And we're going to transition into a practice which focuses on respiratory health. With your arms extended, interlace your fingers, extend your arms in front of you. So your palms are facing you. Your feet are about hip width apart, knees slightly bent. As you inhale, bring your arms towards you. And as you exhale, bring your arms away from you. Your fingers face away. Inhale, arms come in. Exhale, bring your arms away from you. Inhale, arms come towards you as you extend your belly when you inhale. This time, let's see if we can extend our breath by maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Inhale, arms come towards you, belly expands. Exhale, extend your breath by 1 or 2 seconds as your belly comes into your spine. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly comes to the spine, extending the exhale. Inhale. And exhale with an extended exhalation. Bring your arms back down to your side. Let's bring our arms to a T position. And slowly drop your arms. And as you drop your arms, your left hand or your left arm comes in front of you as you twist, as you turn your hips and your waist. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just bringing one arm in front and one arm behind. Keep your knees soft. Try to open the space between your scapula. Open your lungs. Turn your hips and waist. And see if you could just release any tension in your body that's held. Just release as you exhale and loosen the trapezoids, the rhomboids. Still a couple more. Just feel all that stress and tension releasing. Something that doesn't serve you right now. Slow it down. Bring your arms to your side and just feel any sensation. Feel tingling. Now let's take our arms behind us and we're going to go into a prayer position, but it's a reverse prayer position. So your fingers are pointing down. Take an inhale and an exhale in place. See if you can bring your ears to your shoulders. Keeping your eyes open, let's rotate our neck back. Ears to our left shoulder. Rotate our neck forward. Cervical spine long, chin to our chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin back to our center. So nice slow rotation of your neck. Shoulders are relaxed. Knees are relaxed and soft. Let's do one more rotation on this side. And let's move to the other side. Ears to your left shoulder. Ears to your right shoulder. Chin to your chest. Don't forget to breathe. Nice, soft breath. Again, moving muscles that we normally wouldn't move. Our neck tends to get very tight. One more rotation on this side. Excellent. Let's bring our arms to our sides. Sweep your arms out and up. Interlace your thumbs. Your feet are a couple inches apart from each other. Inhale, center. Exhale, move over to your right. As you lengthen your side body, inhale, let's come back to center. Relax your shoulders, your neck. Exhale, let's rotate over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Chandrasana, exhale to the right. As we lengthen our side body, relax shoulders. Let's do one more round to the right. And one more round to the left. Lift, lengthen, and bring our arms back to our side. Just notice how you feel. I'm actually going to go sideways so you can see me, but John will demonstrate the this posture facing you. So bring your legs hip distance apart. No, just actually. And let's sweep our arms out to the side with our knees bent, soft knees. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, soft knees, soft ankles, exhale. Inhale, arms to our side. Inhale, exhale. Nice, strong legs. This is good for flexibility, for posture. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, knees bent, ankles soft. Exhale, strong, firm legs. Inhale, exhale. One last, breathe in. And breathe out. Let's lengthen the exhale. Let's take our hands to our hips for a dynamic lunge. So we're going to take our right leg and bring it about 3 feet or 2, 3 behind us. Keep your knees bent. Your left heel is lifted. Both knees are bent. As we inhale, we're going to bring both our arms forward and up, and our knees, our legs will straighten. Inhale and exhale. Arms back to your side. Inhale and straighten. See if you can align your knees so it doesn't go past your ankles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and Breathe out, lengthening your exhale. Let's do one more. This time, let's focus on lengthening our exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring your right leg forward and take the left leg back. Again, a couple feet apart. See if you can bring the thighs together so that helps you with your balance. So your right and left thigh, see if they can come together. And then if you're having a little issue with balance, you could just bring your feet don't have to, your leg don't have to be as far apart. You can actually bring them closer. And let's keep our knees bent. Keep the knees aligned with the ankles. As we inhale, our legs straighten. And exhale, knees come back down. Inhale, legs straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let's try and focus on lengthening our exhalation. Inhale. Lengthen your exhalation, maybe by 1 or 2 seconds. Inhale. Breathe out. Lengthen that exhale. Breathe out through your nose if you can. One more. Inhale, and let's lengthen that exhalation. Let's take your back leg and have it meet your front leg. We're going to move into a pose, which is Warrior 2, but a dynamic version of Warrior 2. Let's bring our legs a couple of feet apart from each other. So just a little bit past hip width. Bring that right foot to a 90-degree angle. And your back foot, just take it back by about 1 inch or so. So your back heel is intersecting the arch. I'm sorry, your front heel is intersecting the arch of your back heel. As you inhale, let's bring our arms to our side. Our knees are bent. Track your alignment so your knees are lined up with your heels. And with your knees bent, you're tracking to your second toe. Warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, we're going to move into a side angle pose. So we're going to take our forearm and bring it to our thigh. And then let's take our left arm to a diagonal. So you've got a straight side body. Inhale, exhale. Now let's straighten our knees and come into reverse warrior. So let's take our right arm and bring it behind us. Our left arm behind us and our right arm with palms facing behind you. Inhale, let's come back to Warrior 2. And exhale, let's come to the front. Feet facing forward. Now we have another side. Let's take our left leg and bring it to a 90-degree angle. Our back foot is our heel's about 1 inch away. Again, your front heel intersects the arch of your back foot. As you inhale, bring your arms to your side. Bend your knees. Track your knee to your second toe. See if you can find a spot in front of you that you can just place your focus on. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, let's go into a side angle pose. So let's bring our forearm into our thigh. As we bring the right arm into a vertical position. Again, try not to collapse. You want to lengthen the side body. Knees are tracked to your ankle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's move into reverse warrior. Inhale, let's come back to warrior two. Bend your knees. And exhale, feet back to the center. Let's do one more, this time a little faster. This is a dynamic warrior two. Inhale, let's come to warrior two. Bend your knees, arms to your side. Exhale to side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Feet face in front of your mat. Let's come to warrior two. Inhale, knees bent, arms to your side. Exhale, let's come to side angle. Inhale, let's reverse that warrior. Knees, legs straighten. And exhale, back to warrior two. And inhale, feet forward. We'll end the yoga with a forward fold. Sweep your arms out to your side. Bring your palms face each other. Let's fold forward. See if you can balance on the balls of your big toe. Come back up halfway, heart forward, back straight. Let's fold forward. And sweep your arms out and up. Palms face each other. And palms to your heart. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Mary Jo. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mary Jo. Let's come into some Qigong practices. So you can take that same sense of lengthening the exhale. We know this really affects the nervous system and quietens the mind. The natural function of the mind is to produce thought. We'll come into a centering exercise. So we're taking the left hand, I'll mirror you, and we're raising the left hand up. The right hand stays at the midline, at the lower dantian, our center of energy, the center of the body. As the top arm descends down, the palm faces down, lowering towards the opposite hand. Bottom hand raises. The palm of the left hand faces up as the top arm raises and slowly descends through thick air. Think of just the bottom hand raising as the top hand lowers, releasing trapped and stagnant energy out through the palm. As the arm rises up to the heavens, the lower hand turns palm up, so both palms face each other. Slight bend in the knees now. Now that we have the pattern, let's introduce the breath. Inhaling as we raise the arm up to the heavens. Exhaling, see if you can begin to lengthen, deepen, and slow down the breath. Inhaling up, rising tall, growing long out through the crown of the head. Exhaling, slight bend in the knees. Think about condensing the energy into the abdomen. Inhaling and gathering energy, storing it into the center of our body. Inhaling, the lower hand rises, palm faces up on the lower hand, palm faces down, moving very slowly. The hand doesn't touch the body, it sits just in front of the body. and lowers through the gap. Bottom hand rises. Last one. Very slowly exhaling. The mind controls the breath and the breath controls the mind. It's a two-way street. We can regulate our emotions simply by lengthening the exhale. Wonderful. As we come into the practice, a similar practice, but we're going to involve both arms now. So coming back into that centering move where we start condensing the energy into the abdomen, into the lower dantian. This time we're going to raise the top arm and the lower arm is going to rise with it. So both arms ascend up to shoulder height. As the right arm continues up to the heavens, the lower hand comes back down to the lower dantian or the agni. We hold our fire in yoga and belly, the belly. Think about storing and condensing that energy, and that the top hand rises as the opposite arm comes to shoulder height. It's a practice that we often do when there's a full moon. It's called moon eating. And we mirror wonderful real benefits. Well, one of the benefits of Qigong and yoga is this mirroring of nature. We're mirroring the movements of nature. In this case, the moon rising, restoring that energy into the body. Top arm rises. Both arms come to shoulder height. Condense the energy as you lower the hands, the palms, the lagao points, an energy gateway between the palms. Top arm rises. There's no hurry. Lengthen, deepen, and slow down the breath. Once more, exhaling slowly through the gap. Last one. Top arm rises. Nourishing breath through the tip of the nose. We want to be just breathing in and out through the nose, if that's possible for you today. Wonderful. So we take the hands into prayer and opening the fingers wide. I'll face this way just to get a bit of sense. Sorry, the painting in the background is fairly busy, so I may be getting lost. Just do the best of what you can. Exhaling, hands come back into prayer. Slight tuck of the chin as we breathe into the back of the lungs. Shoulder blades draw back and down. Spread the toes wide. Elevate the toes. Feel the air between the webbing of the toes and the fingers. Exhaling as the palms come together. Knees slightly bent, tucking the chin energetically. The lungs are the commander of qi. Inhaling as we draw the shoulder blades back and down, perhaps raising and elevating the toes, so just the balls and the heels of the feet are on the earth. Exhaling as the hands very slowly come back into prayer, slightly tucking the chin as we breathe in the yin side of the body, the front side of the body, and into the back body, the C of yang. Moving with the rhythm of your breath as we try and lengthen the exhale. Excuse the delivery. He wants to come and join us for some Qigong and yoga.
Hi, I'll pose you with your hand left side.
Two more breaths. So we measure all our movements in life with our breath, and the more that we connect with our breath, the more we become mindful of our movements, the less likely we are to do any injury. So these practices are really for life and developing this self-awareness. Last one. Excellent. As we take the shoulders up into the ears and just release any tension in the upper trapezius and shoulders. Rolling the shoulders back, rolling the shoulders forward. We did this move last week. For those of you that didn't join us, I'll walk you through it very slowly. It's a move from martial arts. Now, my background originally to get into Qigong was one of martial arts about 20 years ago. As we take the right hand down through the midline, the left hand comes from behind the elbow. The right hand continues to descend down through the midline as the right hand comes up, and there's a deep bend at the elbow, and we're looking right above the middle finger, setting our gaze, soft gaze above the middle finger. As we move to the other side, the right hand comes from behind the elbow. The left hand travels down through the midline. Both hands at play. We're setting our gaze at the leading hand, the right hand at face height, looking directly out over the middle finger. And the second hand is releasing trapped and stagnant energy down through the midline. Both hands at play as we come into a bit of a wave here, moving like seaweed in the currents of the ocean. So we mirror water, move like water, effortless power. Just doing the best of what you have. If you get lost, just come back to one hand, bringing it from behind the elbow, hand comes up to face time, center hand, or hand comes down the midline, excuse me. Perhaps stepping out a little bit wider, perhaps lowering the knees and coming into more of a flow. Two-handed snake. As we slowly come back up to center, a clearing gesture, arms come up to the heavens and slowly come down through the midline, just releasing that last movement. Wonderful. I'll face this way so you get a better sense of the movement. Both hands come forward, similar to what Mary Jo's practice was, except we're not interlacing the fingers. The hands are coming forward. Exhaling, the hands come back behind us. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. It's like bend in the knees as the hands come forward on the inhale. Exhaling, grow tall out through the crown of the head. Draw shoulder blades back and down. Inhale a nourishing breath through the tip of the nose. Exhaling very slowly through the nose. No need to power wash it. Breathing with that 70% of effort in our motion and in our breath. We begin to lengthen the exhale. Inhaling into the front of the lungs. Exhaling into the back body. Option now, as we draw the hands back behind us, to come up off the heels, so the heels rise. So we're just on the balls, grow long, the balls of the feet, grow long out through the crown of the head as you draw the shoulder blades back and down, extending out through the eyes of the palm. Find a point of focus at the horizon. Otherwise, keep the feet flat on the earth. That's a fine pose too, to just keep the feet grounded. Otherwise, working on some balance as well today as we raise the heels off the earth on the exhale. Inhaling, as we draw the hands forward and the arms forward, I invite you to raise the toes, spread toes wide. Feel the air between the webbing of the toes. So the heels and the balls of the feet are on the earth. Exhaling, perhaps raising the heels, extending up through the crown of the head. Bending deeply at the wrists and elbows as the hands and arms travel forward on the inhale. Exhaling, heels rise. Or the feet stay on the earth. Wherever you are today, I applaud you for knowing your own bodies. One of the great underrated benefits, I think, of yoga and Qigong is one of coordination. We hear about its, flexibility, we often think of it more as stability. You're stabilizing the muscles around the joints. And we're developing these healthy movement patterns. Last one. Toes rise, heels rise. Wonderful. As we come back to the center, hands come up in a clearing gesture, both arms come up to the heavens and slowly down about a couple of inches apart, very slowly descending down through the midline, just releasing any tension in the mind and body. As we begin to nourish the spine. The spine has been known now and found to have grey matter within the spine. So it has its own intelligence. We've known for, or yogis have known for a long time that the body has its own intelligence. When we move into sensations in the body, we can move out of our busy minds, our busy recursive thinking, and just come into the body's own intelligence. So see if you can just for a moment begin to witness what's happening in the body as we come into spinal cord breathing. Making a firm fist as the forearms and elbows come together. Slight bend of the knees. Inhaling, hands open, chest opens. Exhaling, making a firm fist as the forearms and elbows come together. Inhaling, toes rise, so the balls of the feet are on the earth and the heels, but the toes are elevated, spread wide. Exhaling as we send blood through the contraction of the fist into the scalp, into the feet, into all the extremities. The heart almost the size of the fist, or the fist almost the size of the heart. As we mirror the movements of the heart, opening the fingers wide, chest gets bigger, heart gets bigger, draw shoulder blades back and down, toes rise. Exhaling, making a firm fist, slightly tucking the chin, option to raise the heels now. So the balls of the feet are on the earth, but the heels have risen. Otherwise, keeping the feet on the earth is a great practice as well, and you'll draw a lot of benefits from this beautiful movement of the thoracic and cervical spine as we tuck the chin in. Inhaling, option to raise the toes as the arms spread wide and the heart gets bigger. So think about the heart being the size of the fist. When we make a fist, that's systolic pressure, right? It's sending blood through the body. When we open the fingers, that's dilating. We're opening, that's the diastolic pressure. So the heart fills back up with blood, nourishing the heart. This happens 100,000 times a day. It does more work in a day of sending blood through the body than we put through our cars, the pistons in our cars in a year. So we want to be really grateful and thankful for all the work the heart does. Firm fist, perhaps raising the heels as the forearms come together, tucking the chin. Inhaling, toes rise, shoulder blades draw back and down. Two more breaths. Spinal cord breathing. So we nourish the spine and we mirror the contraction and movements of the heart. Really great for circulation, any neuropathy in the feet as we come to roll the shoulders once more. And we're independently rolling the shoulders now, as though we're doing the backstroke without our arms, just the shoulders. So we come into a movement called painting the rainbow. Take the right hand slightly forward. The left hand travels back behind you. As we rotate in the hips, following the hand behind us with the eyes, then the hand comes forward, both hands come up to shoulder height and slowly come back down. Moving to the other side, the left hand stays forward as the right hand travels an arm all the way back behind us. Set your gaze at the middle finger as the arm descends all the way back down to the earth. The palm travels up, then both hands rise to the shoulders and palms face down. Right arm ascends back behind us. Exhaling as we lower the arms. Inhaling as we raise the arm. Exhaling as the arm comes forward and down. Inhaling. And exhaling slowly back down. Rotating through the hips, getting a beautiful stretch through the side body. So much of our movement patterns in life are moving forward or back. We rarely do some lateral motion. It's wonderful for the shoulders, of course, a very complex shoulder joint, accessing all of the ligaments, rotator cuff muscles. Just notice the range of motion you have today. As we follow the middle finger back behind us, the drishti, the gaze of the middle finger, comes back behind us. Last one. Wonderful. We place the hands on the iliac crest right at the top of the hips. Begin to circle the hips. Just releasing any tension in the lower back and hips. Oh, should feel pretty good, huh? Then the opposite direction a few times. Close the eyes for a moment as you circle back the other way and just see if you can isolate the movement to the lower back and hips. So the upper back is fairly still. Imagine that you're drawing a circle with your tailbone between your feet. There's a movement of the pelvis here that we're articulating in the hips and nourishing the 5 vertebrae of the lower spine. And in the opposite direction a few times, imagine drawing the circle with your tailbone between your feet, isolating the movement just to the hips and lower back. Wonderful. So we draw inspiration from the animals, in this case, the turtle. As we inhale, the head ascends up to the heavens and we're bending at the hips. So see if you can keep the back fairly flat. We're not bending from the mid-back or from the neck. There's one unit as we bend from the hip creases. The head goes no lower than the heart, tucking the chin energetically into the chest and standing tall with chin to chest. Then slowly unfurl the neck, inhaling up to the heavens. Extend forward, bending from the hip creases. Head goes no lower than the heart, energetically tucking chin to chest. There's a bandha here, a moment of silence and clarity as we keep the chin into the chest and grow tall, and then slowly unfurl each of the 7 vertebrae of the cervical spine. Exhaling as we bend from the hips, energetically tucking chin to chest and holding as we stand tall, and then slowly unfurl the cervical vertebrae. Turtle drink. You can find a beautiful wave-like motion through the spine, nourishing the thoracic and cervical spine. Two more breaths. An area between where the thoracic spine meets the cervical spine is the most common area for arthritis in the spine. It carries the load and the weight of our head, and often is the most targeted area for arthritis. So it's really nice to nourish that area. Once more, rolling the shoulders a few times, just releasing any tension in the shoulders. Yeah. Wonderful. As I'll face this way again, just so you get a sense of the moment. Bending deeply at the knees, the backs of the hands travel forward. Exhaling, the hands glide back behind us. Inhaling, backs of the hands now come up so that the arms ascend up alongside the ears, so the biceps are almost aligned with the ears. Exhaling, hands come back down as we stand tall, growing long out through the crown of the head. Flying through the mist of a mountain is the name of this sequence. Inhaling as the backs of the hands travel forward. Exhaling as the hands come back behind us. That's the exhale. Inhaling, bending deeply at the knees. Option now, as the arms travel up alongside the ears, to turn the head in one direction. The head comes back to the center as we stand tall, as the palms release trapped and stagnant energy back behind us. Inhaling, bending deeply at the knees, turning the head in the opposite direction. So we're looking underneath the raised arm. Inhaling, arm raises, head turns, perhaps looking underneath the raised arm in one direction. Option now to keep the feet on the earth. Again, that's a great pose. This benefit here is one of calming the mind as we fly through the mist of a mountain. Also developing some leg strength and finding this natural wave in the body, sense of calmness and effortless power. Option to raise the heels now as the backs of the hands come forward, as the arms come up and we look underneath the raised arm in one direction. Heels rise. Well, that's a bit different. As we raise the toes, as the hands travel back behind us, spread the toes wide, so just the heels and balls of the feet are on the earth. Inhaling, as we raise the heels, looking underneath the arm. Exhaling. So we can really challenge ourselves with this movement in Qigong as well. We can make it as hard or difficult or challenging as we like. Coming into more of a balanced sequence, and you can even close the eyes to add a greater challenge with your balance if you're feeling quite stable today. Excellent. As the hands come up in a clearing gesture, down through the midline, and just begin to shake the body, releasing all tension in the body, all the way from toe to top of head. Heels slightly tap on the ground. Doesn't matter how it looks, it's how it feels. Releasing all tension in the body, all the way up through the feet, through our foundation, through the roots, up through the legs, through the torso, up through the crown of the head, and then slowly make the moves less big. Slow the whole movement down, coming into stillness for a moment. And just feel the energy pulsing in the body. Perhaps closing the eyes or a soft focus. The closing gesture, we make a fist and we symbolize peace by wrapping the hand over the fist as a blanket, as we bow to one another and thank ourselves for taking this journey to nourish the mind and body and all those that support our practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Really great to see you all today. Come say goodbye, Mary Jo.
Thanks, everyone.